Deer here, and welcome back to my channel. I bet you're glad to see me and my uneven eyeliner. And, you know, my really, really old lipstick that we're not going to discuss how old it really is, because if I say so, I'll be a little disgusted with myself. The fact that I need to throw away a good portion of my makeup. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're just going to ignore that. We're going to ignore that. Oh, today we're going to be talking about art. Art! I don't think anyone has noticed, but I myself am actually an artist. My channel started out with art posts years and years and years ago. I want to say around 2015. I used to do speed draws, which... was it 2015? Who cares what year it was? But I stopped posting very quickly. I have deleted, I think, all but one speed paint from that era. So yeah, they weren't very good. I used a lot of copyrighted music at the time too. That's also why that got deleted. But recently, I have discovered a new art app called Artfol, which so far is doing pretty good. I think it's only been running for like maybe a month now. I didn't check too much. I should have checked before I opened my mouth, but it's new. It's fairly new. The other day I was thinking that Artfol was kind of reminding me of another website that I had used to use before Instagram, before I had a Tumblr, which I don't have that anymore for reasons. But anyway, way back when I was in high school, I want to say is when I started it, and it was DeviantArt. For those of you who cringed at the name, hi, I see you, I see you. I haven't used DeviantArt very much since like 2016. I have posted every now and then just to see what the site was like. It seems to have gone the way of the dodo. It seems to be trying to copy Instagram and its whole thing of money equals views type of thing. You know, like normal. But I was thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I started posting on DeviantArt when I was like 14 years old, and oh my god, I never really deleted anything off of it. There are still drawings on DeviantArt from high school me, from my deepest, darkest emo days. Not like I'm not still partially in those anyway. But yeah, I just thought we'd go back and look at those and kind of give myself a little old art roast. Also, I just feel kind of stuck as an artist right now, and like I'm not that good, so, and that I'm kind of down on myself for it, so I feel like looking at old art and seeing how much I've improved will do better. So, I know that was kind of a long intro, was even a full intro. Anyway, we don't care. Well, you just came here to see bad art from me in 2000 and, oh god, like 10. It's like from 2010, I think. We'll see. These are dated, so we'll know. We're gonna jump right into it, so here we go. Okay, I'm covering this because it's making me kind of laugh. This is one of my first posts I think I did. Maybe? No, it's not. It says this was done in 2012. So technically this was much later in my high school career because I graduated in 2013. I know I'm older than I look. But like, I'm going to move this. But first I feel like I need to explain a little bit. At this time, I was trying to form a style of like comic book-esque me, or like, I wanted some kind of like webtoon type look. Because at the time I wanted to try to do comics, I wanted to try to have like a little character myself. And obviously I have one now because you see it on this channel all the time. But at this point in high school, I still couldn't figure out how to draw in a more cartoony style because I had trained myself to be as realistic, like semi-realistic as possible. So yeah, that's the explanation of why this looks the way it does. And I'm just gonna take the face cam off and we'll see. Just hold on. And here we are, folks. Let's enlarge this. Let's see this a little better. Okay, let me just... So, at the time, I was still kind of semi-realistic, as we can see. I don't really know why the... Oh, frick! Stop doing that. I don't really know why this tail looks so stiff. I think it was put on as an afterthought. Yeah, I was into like the big heads. The horns on here are not even, and I know, there's no mouth. I thought it was a stylistic choice. It was a stylistic choice. It just wasn't a very good one. And at this time, I wanted to draw these like weird, like vacant eyes. I don't know. It was a little creepy. People kept telling me it was very Tim Burton-esque, and I just didn't see it. I just did it because of the novel. What was it called? It was like, I think it was like Ghost Girl or something that had illustrations with eyes like that, and I really liked them, so I decided to do them. We can go down to my neck here, which is all jacked up. And as we can see, we have some lobster hands. Yeah, lobster hands. Let's just move on to the next one. Here we go. Yeah. We have another one in about the same vein here. It was drawn the same year. So right before I graduated the year, so I was, trying to go backwards. What was it? Freshman, sophomore, junior. I was a junior in high school. So let's unveil this one. It's not as bad as the last one, just to let you know. It's a little better, but not really. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to work my magic. There we go. So what are we looking at here? Again, another image of supposedly a self-portrait of myself, again with those same bug eyes. Like, at the time I did not think they looked buggy, but they do. I don't know why I drew myself having bangs at this point, because I did not have bangs. I just think that was maybe easier, maybe to cover up some of the bug-eyedness. We're gonna zoom in on this collarbone area, like, okay. It took me a long time to figure out how to do collarbones, necks, the whole 9 yards. I just covered the shoulders, if you can't see that, so that I didn't have to actually draw them, because I just couldn't figure it out. Just couldn't do it. Nope, couldn't be me. Couldn't bother. Nope. And then, as we can see, I did cover it up a bit with this as well. We're very, very top heavy. This wing doesn't quite match. I don't think I ever noticed that. I don't know. Okay, so this one is actually a year older than the other two. I just thought I'd put it in there to show you kind of, again, some of the style I was trying to do. This is from a different folder that I made in here. Like my characters folder. I did a lot of writing back then and character design, which I'm not good at and I wasn't good at then. But this one's not that bad. It's kind of cute. Kind of hit or miss. I remember drawing it in this really, really tiny sketchbook that I had that I would carry around with me. I think I lost it at some point at school or somebody stole it. One of the two, it happens. But this was actually done in 2011, so I was a sophomore at this point. I'm trying to find things that are older to start the video off with, just so we can see how I progressed during this time period. But we're going to take my face off this real quick. The more I look at it, the more wrong that I see with it, though. So let's just go right into the roast here. Let's see. Let's bring this up a little bit so I can just point it out. So as we can see, oh god, come on. Okay, so my first main issue with this one is this head. The hair part isn't even attached to your skull. They're supposed to have dreadlocks. I'm still trying to figure out how to draw them. I think I got a little too carried away. This whole thing is a mess up here. Also, you can still see at this point, I was covering shoulders with hair, just a large amounts of hair all over the place. Again, with the hands, I can't draw hands. I still can't draw hands, but much better than here. I still had that emo goth aesthetic. Was trying to cover up other eyes because I could not draw them. Noses, mouths, who needed them? Especially mouths and chins. Who needed chins? Like, no one needs chins. No one. Okay, funny enough, I just found this while I was going through my old account. I actually, of that last drawing, I did a redraw of that in 2013, so 2 years later. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to put this in there. I'm not really going to talk too much about it, but I was just going to showcase it here. Let me take down my face, grand reveal. But yeah, like, this was 2 years later. The improvement's actually quite a lot. Again, better with the shoulders. Still a little long and lanky, but not awful. Fix the hair issues. Faces are a lot closer now in this period of time to what my faces are currently than back in the 2011 period. So that's real cool. I still have problems with limbs and legs and body posture. Hands indefinitely always will be an issue. I always have like weird paddle hands, especially in this time period. But yeah, the differences are pretty astounding for just 2 years. I'm quite impressed with myself at this point. Okay, so I found it. I found my very first post that I ever made on DeviantArt, which I believe was from 2011. Here, let me double check real quick. Okay, so yeah, this actually was done in 2010. Well, this wasn't done actually. This was posted in 2010, but I believe this drawing was actually started in 2009. And I do apologize for how tiny this picture is. Since it was my first upload and I've never used my camera before, I had just gotten it for my birthday the month prior. I didn't know how to format anything, so technically we're going backward a little bit, but we're gonna go forward soon, I swear, we will. So we're gonna have my face, oh my god, what is my hair doing? What is it doing? Other side, Anyway, let's move my face. Okay, yeah, so this one's really, really hard to see. Really hard to see, honestly. I'll try to blow it. No, it does not blow up at all. It's just this. You can see DeviantArt trying to figure out the scale on this and it's not working. But yeah, it's a mermaid. It's a mermaid. I'm kind of glad you actually can't see too much of it because its proportioning is atrocious. Tail, not so bad. This, I ran out of room for this and didn't plan for it, and so it got really askewed here. I hate how this little fin is the way it is. Technically, if you could see her face, it's all like roadkill. It is bad. It is really, really bad. I don't even think I own this drawing anymore. Funny enough, I think a family friend bought it from me at this point. I was super into fantasy, super into mermaids, fairies, the whole 9 yards. This is kind of before I hit my dark, gothy, emo-y phase of drawing. Again, with the paddle hands, these hands actually really aren't as bad as some of the other ones that we have seen. Hair, not so bad. Movement, not so bad. So nostalgic. I can remember drawing this in like high school and during exams. Funny enough, I think this is one also, like the picture is really, really tiny, but the funny thing is like this was drawn on paper that was 16 by 18 inches. So nostalgic. Anyway, we'll move on. We'll go up a little way. I did say in the last one that we're going to go up a few years. We only went up 2 years, back to 2012. Most of my posts were done between 2011 and 2013, which doesn't surprise me much because I was still in high school. But like I wanted to add this one in too to kind of give an idea of how much my style changed in 2012-ish, it would say, because the first two that you saw were of the bug-eyed, like very scratchy, very like cartoony trying to be and stuff like that. And later on down the line, this is like several months away from those ones, so those are the beginning of the year, this is near the end of the year, how much my style changed and how much of a big of a leap I took that year. So even though I'm roasting, I'm still giving myself a little pat on the back. So here we go. We'll let you see this one. Just a little disclaimer that there is some violent, some kind of a little bit of soft gore. You can kind of see it where my head is, just a little bit. I was really into stitches and hearts and, you know, emo. Anyway, we're just gonna drop my head off real quick. Drop my head off? What? Anyway, we're gonna turn my face off and we'll look at this. Ignore my watermark in the background. I really just don't want to make it go, do anything. But yeah, actually, this is the same year as those other ones. As you can see, I actually have shoulders. Like, there's shoulders in this. Like, I'm so surprised. And the other thing I'm a little surprised about with this drawing is that this wing here, I still draw wings like this to this day. They don't look as fluffy, but I still use the same technique, which, very interesting. The face, a little derp. Like, I got this awesome scene hair going. Like, this is all the rage. I so wanted hair like this, but I didn't trust anyone to touch my head. Yeah, a lot of stitching around the neck. If you get by this, like, stitching here, let me bring it up a little closer. Yeah, this one was a scan. Okay, let's bring it a little closer. Ignore the watermark. But if you look a little closer here, so yeah, I have all the stitching here, but if you look at these lines here, and the way the neck tapers, this is when I discovered ball jointed dolls. And so I started referencing their shoulders and their necks for my drawings. I don't know why, but it did wonders to figuring out how shoulders worked. But yeah, we have some weird like skull thing going on. Some weird eyeball things. Eyes a little goopy, admit. This whole skull thing does not work very well because I drew a very, very tiny mouth. I still do this to this day. My nose is definitely a little okay, this is a time period where I was drawing very tiny eyebrows. Like every now and then I go back to it, but yeah, it was just weird. Okay, so I added this one in because it was one of my absolute favorite drawings. It says it was posted in 2012. I'm not really sure if that's accurate or not. It's almost 2013. It was like the very end of 2012. So technically I'm almost in 2013. But I wanted to put this in here for reference again of how my style changed yet again that year. But also it cracks me up because this was one of my favorite drawings. I loved it. I was so proud of myself. And then I noticed that I had made a mistake after I had posted it, after it was all completed and there was nothing that I could do. And I will show you it, but I'll give you a few moments to kind of look at it to see if you can see it. All right, here we go. Turning me off. Okay, so here we are. Ignore the watermark. I'm gonna kind of let you look. Just keep looking. Do you see it yet? I mean, it's a little bit of a blurry image. There are some mistakes in it. But can you see where it is? This face, pretty good. Like hair, not the best, but pretty good. You would think the mistake might be this mask. Oh, come back up here. Like here. We'll blow it up even more. You would think the mistake might be this mask up here. Like, you know, it doesn't fit the rest of her face. It doesn't. Might think it's this little line or these weird eyebrows, but like, I mean, this face isn't bad. Or you might think it's this weird spot on, oh, come back here. You might think it's this weird spot on the nose, right? Like, you know, right here. Nope. Here, let me show you. Oh no, I'm moving the wrong thing. Put it back, there we go. We are just gonna scroll down. Okay, right here. Can we see it? Do we see this? Okay, check out these hands. Okay, let's move over here. This is a weird position for a hand to be in, but it looks like a hand. How many fingers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh my God, we have 5. Let's go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Yes, I forgot a finger, a whole damn finger in this drawing. If you look where the shadow is, right here, right there, you can see that there was a finger there at some point. And me, in my coloring, completely just disintegrated it, just completely went over it. Like it didn't matter, like it wasn't even there. And to this day, I am still kind of embarrassed about it. Okay, so we have moved on officially to 2013. This video is actually being a lot longer than I thought it was because I have a lot of art on DeviantArt. I think I have almost 400 posts on here. So maybe I'll make another video, like a part 2, or just kind of make this a series of me going through my art pieces and kind of roasting them, but also kind of commenting, kind of like a mixture of what I'm doing. But I think I'm going to show this one and possibly one more from this time period. I don't know, because I realized I only made it 2013, and I have to post the date all the way to 2016, I want to say, even to 17. I do have a few that even from this year, so I will give you a comparison to now before I leave this video. But this will be, I'll make this my last one for right now, because I do have a lot of favorite pieces that are going to be like in this year of 2013, because my art exploded at this point. I finally found more of a style. I found more of an idea of who I wanted to be. I was very on the dark fantasy side, the very just dark fantasy, I want to say. I hadn't quite discovered pinups yet. I was just going. This is one of the male characters that I had drawn in this time period. I didn't draw very many. I still don't. But yeah, let's take a look at him. Let's go down. There we go. Ignore the watermark as usual. I just don't want to turn them off. But yes, this one actually really isn't that bad per se. It's a little confusing to what is going on. I have to admit, this face, I still really like this face. Yeah, let's bring it up a little bit. Let me adjusting. But yeah, this face, I love this face still. Oh, come on. Still a little confused to what I was going for. I probably didn't know, but the coloring is pretty rock solid on this. At least in this area. This is also the time period where I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go full color, if I wanted to stay black and white. I ended up doing a mix of the two where I used very few colors and then just pencil. The hair, not so bad. I don't understand what the whole ear thing is right here. Don't understand. It is what it is. They've got some wings in the back that look a little iffy, a little like stone, but I'm not sure if I was going for stone here because we have like an evaporating hand and a key. Actually, the funny thing is this key shows up in a lot of my drawings of this period of time because I actually do have a key that looks like this that I used to wear on a necklace. So that was the thing. I have a keyhole that's off-centered on the chest. I have this weird collarbone thing going on. Adam's apple, which I believe is in the wrong spot. Yeah, that looks to be in the wrong spot. Yeah. Hands, again, still very iffy, but I really tried to showcase them more, but they just aren't really working. I feel like if I would have just not put this hand here, this drawing would have been so much better. And if I would have done more with this background, screw backgrounds, I hate backgrounds, but yeah, this background is really bad. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I think that's actually charcoal back there. I think I used like 3 colored pencils, like 2 pencils, and some charcoal. Yeah. Okay, so I hope that was a little fun to see. I'm definitely going to have to make a part 2 of this because I'd like to show more of my old art. It is kind of taking a trip down memory lane. I can kind of remember when some of these were done. I did bypass a lot of sketches, a lot of character concepts, a lot of full drawings, essentially, just to make this video because I didn't realize how in depth I wanted to get. But yeah, it'll definitely be part 2. I think next one I will do like my favorites from like 2013 because that was a huge year. I think that was actually also the year I was most thriving on DA. For context, 2013 would have been when I was 18. So yeah, these are coming out of me at 18. That well, at least that 2013 one would have been 17 to 18. 2011 would be, what is it? I can't do math, but I would have been like, okay. Well, 2010 was the first one that was posted, so it's 3 years younger than that. So I'll say 17. So technically I was like 15 when I first started posting. Yeah. Against my mom's wishes, actually. But yeah. So definitely will be a part 2. Possibly even a part 3, because, you know, it's kind of fun. So yeah. To all my artists out there, young artists, keep going, keep trying, and when you feel disgruntled about your art and like it's not getting anywhere, make sure to look at all your old stuff and realize just how far you've come in such a short period of time. So everyone have a nice day, nice evening, stay as healthy as you can, and I will see you in the next one.